Hello, little dreamers, and welcome to a story from a world far, far away, a magical floating realm called Luna. Imagine a place high above everything, where the sky doesn't just hold the sun and moon, but glows with soft, gentle lights of every color. Here, there are no lands or seas as we know them. Instead, magnificent trees with silver leaves grow right out of fluffy white clouds, and shimmering rivers of liquid color flow gracefully through the air. In Luna, the flowers don't just sit pretty. They hum soft, sweet melodies all day long. And when the wind whispers, it doesn't just carry leaves, it carries tiny sparkles that glitter like stardust. In this wondrous world, there are no people, no lions, no fish, only birds. Birds of every color, shape and size, living in harmony under the glowing skies. Among all the beautiful birds of Luna, our story is about a very special one named Luma. Luma was a parrot, but not just any parrot. His feathers were a brilliant mix of the deepest blue and the most vibrant green thing. And when the light touched them, they glittered as if they were spun from jewels. Luma had a very important job. He was a sky painter. Every single morning, just as the world began to wake, Luma would take flight with his palette of berry juices and flower pigments. He'd dip his wingtips into the colors and swoop across the horizon, painting the sky with the magnificent colors of dawn streaks of rose pink, soft orange, and gentle violet. Luma was curious, always full of new ideas, and loved to play games with the wind. Luma wasn't alone in his adventures. He had a best friend, a tiny canary named Pip. Pip was a little ball of sunshine, a bright yellow bird with perfectly round wings and a heart 10 times his size. Always playful, always brave, and always ready to help Luma with his grand ideas. While Luma was the artist, Pip was the explorer. He would fly into the darkest cloud caves and through the thickest color falls, just to find the perfect shade of berry for Luma's sunrise paintings. They were the best of friends, a perfect team of creativity and courage. One night, something extraordinary happened in Luna. The world was quiet, the flowers were humming a gentle lullaby, and most of the birds were fast asleep in their cloud nests. Luma and Pip were watching the stars twinkle from the highest branch of a silver leaf tree. Suddenly, they saw it. A single, bright star trembled in the sky, then wobbled and began to fall. It tumbled down, 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 leaving a faint silver trail behind it and landed softly on a large, cushiony cloud not far from them. It looked so small and so lonely, pulsing with a gentle, sad light. It had lost its way and was all alone, so far from its family in the night sky. Luma's heart ached for the little star. "It can't fly back home," he whispered to Pip. "It doesn't have any wings." See, the lonely star. Luma's creative mind sparked with an idea. A big, brilliant idea. "Pip," he chirped excitedly, "we have to help it. I'm going to paint it a pair of wings." Pip, ever the supportive friend, chirped in agreement. They immediately set to work. Pip flew off to gather the most special materials. He brought back moonbeams, which were as light as air, and dewdrops from the humming flowers, which shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow. Luma took these precious gifts and began to paint. With the most delicate strokes of his wingtip feathers, he painted 2 beautiful, translucent wings onto the little star. The wings weren't made of feathers, but of pure light and hope, shimmering and sparkling under the glow of Luna. They were the most beautiful things Luma had ever created. When the wings were complete, the little star pulsed with a happy, bright light. It gently flexed its new, magical wings. They worked. With a joyful shimmer, the star lifted off the cloud, soared up, up into the night sky, flying faster and higher until it rejoined its starry family. But as it flew, it left something wonderful behind. A trail of glittering, sparkling stardust arched across the entire sky of Luna. It was a river of stars, a magnificent, shimmering path of light. And so, the very first Milky Way was born, a beautiful gift from a grateful star. From that night on, the sky of Luna was never dark again. It was always decorated with that brilliant, sparkling trail, a constant reminder of a kind parrot, a brave canary, and the night they painted wings for a star. Thank you so much for joining us on this magical journey. If you loved our story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more adventures. See you next time.